students, welcome back to your another session of your lesson number 8, motion. Children, today is the third part of the lesson, so let us start with the topic for today. Children, in my previous two topics, we have studied in detail about velocity and speed, right? So children, today, first let us understand what is the difference between velocity and the speed. Speed is a qualitative measure of how quickly an object is moving. In case of velocity, it helps us to know the direction of the object along with the speed. Speed is a scalar quantity while, while velocity is a vector quantity. It is the rate of change of distance while velocity is rate of change of displacement. Speed can never be zero, children, whereas a velocity can be zero. I hope you remember I taught you about displacement. What is meant by displacement? So a displacement can be positive, negative or zero. Speed is a prime indicator about the rapidity, means how fast an object is moving, while velocity is a prime indicator of the position of the object as well as the rapidity. With the help of velocity, we'll be able to know the position as well as the speed of the object. Right? Speed can be defined as the distance covered by an object in unit time, whereas velocity can be defined as the displacement of the object in unit time. Both have got the same SI unit, children, meter per second. Let's go to the topic for today. Children, today I have to teach you a new concept, acceleration. Now before I teach you about acceleration, let us go through some of the concepts that will be coming across. Now children, let's say a train starts from Okha for Jamnagar. Now children, when the train starts, at that particular time, the time is 0. Means before the body starts moving, right, at that point, whatever is the velocity of that particular object is called as the initial velocity. So before the train starts moving, how was the state of the train? That particular quantity is referred as the initial velocity. So initial velocity, it can be defined as the velocity at which the motion started, and it is represented by u. Always remember. What is final velocity, children? Final velocity is a vector quantity which measures the speed and the direction of the moving object after it has reached maximum acceleration and is represented by v. I hope I am able to explain you both the concept, initial velocity and the final velocity. You can, children, right now, if you are not writing anything, so your pen is at zero velocity, right? Now if you start writing initial velocity, final velocity, what happens? The pen comes in a motion. So before you were writing, what is the velocity? That is said to be the initial velocity. When you are writing with maximum force applied, it is called as the final velocity. Initial velocity is denoted by u and final velocity is denoted by v. Let us go to the next concept, and which is our main concept. Children, the rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Now, an object is accelerating if its velocity is continuously changing. Children, whenever any object is moving, always understand that there is a force applied. As long as the force is applied, the body will be accelerating. If the force is removed, what happens? Slowly, the body comes to the rest. Always remember children, acceleration is a vector quantity. It is denoted by small a and its SI unit is meter per second square. So let us understand how this square came and what is this. Children, let us consider that velocity of an object as u, and let us consider the velocity of the object after a particular time as v. So initially it is u and afterward it is v. So what is the change of velocity? Right? Change of velocity will be calculated as v minus u. I give you a very simple example, children. Right? If you go to the market, you have, let's say, 100 rupees. You purchase certain things and now you have got only 10 rupees left with you. So initially how much money you had? 100. Now finally how much rupees are left? 10 rupees, right? Same way, initial velocity is u and final velocity is v. Then what is the change of velocity? Final velocity minus the initial velocity. One more example I'll give you, children. When you were in 5th standard, let's say your weight was around 30 kg. Now you are in 9th standard, you have put on, let's say, 15 kg more weight and now you are 45 kg. So how much is the increased weight? 15. How did you find out? We have found out with the help of final weight minus the initial weight. So I hope you have understood how we got the concept v minus u. And children, the time for this change is t minus 0, because at the initial velocity the time is 0, means before the object starts moving, that time we consider as 0. So the time is t. So what is the formula for acceleration? It is the rate of change of velocity divided by time taken. So how do we find, children, change in velocity? Final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by the time taken. So it is a is equal to v minus u upon t, or it can also be written as v is equal to u minus at. I hope, children, I was able to explain you how we got this derivation. Now children, what are the different type of acceleration? Now children, acceleration is a concept that depends on two factors, velocity and the time. So depending on both the factor, we find that acceleration is of two types. Right? First type is depending on the velocity. First type of acceleration is depending on the velocity. If the velocity of any object increases with increase in time, right, then such an acceleration possessed by the body is known as positive acceleration. For example, children, many of you must be very good sportsmen. I know that. Now children, when you run, so what happens? Initially, slowly, and then we take a speed. So that is positive acceleration. Initially you were running slowly, then you increase your speed, right? Another example I can give is, you all must be very much fond of skating, roller skates. Dances are also there. So initially when we start slowly, but then with time our velocity increases. Same way, children, you can see that a hummingbird, a honeybee is there and it is moving in all possible direction. So I hope you have understood what is meant by positive acceleration. Positive acceleration in very simple word is, as the velocity increases, acceleration will be always positive. If the acceleration decreases, then it will be a negative acceleration. Children, this graph is a perfect representation of positive acceleration. Let us understand what is meant by a negative acceleration. You can see in the picture that a person is not following traffic rules. So what happens? A traffic police asks him to stop suddenly. And what happened? That car was in speed, very much speed. Force is applied, that means brakes are applied and the object comes to the rest. So here what happens? initial velocity was high and final velocity is less. So this is an example of negative acceleration. If the velocity of an object decreases with time, right, then such an acceleration is known as negative acceleration, and it is also known as deceleration. It can be represented by this particular graph. You can see the speed is coming down. The value of the speed or the value of the velocity continuously decreases with respect to time. Now children, what is the difference between acceleration and deceleration? Let us understand, right? Always remember, acceleration means increase in speed, while deceleration means decrease in the speed. You can see two footballs they have shown, right? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Deceleration is nothing but negative acceleration. Okay, acceleration happens when the resultant force is applied to an object in any direction, whereas deceleration happens when the force is applied in the opposite direction. You all must be very much fond of playing children cricket, football. They all, in all these matches, acceleration and deceleration happens all the time. Football, he kicks, so acceleration. If somebody tries to stop, then it is an example of deceleration. So children, let us understand what is the other way of classifying acceleration. I told you just now children that acceleration depends on two factors. Which are these two factors? Velocity and the time. So velocity, I told you, acceleration, positive acceleration, negative acceleration or deceleration. Now, depending on the time, acceleration is of two types, uniform acceleration or non-uniform acceleration. Now, when an object has uniform acceleration, that is, its velocity increases with equal interval of time, then such an acceleration is called as uniform acceleration. If the velocity of an object increases with unequal amount of time intervals, then it is called as non-uniform acceleration. Some of the example of uniform acceleration is children, free fall. You take anything in your hand, take a pencil in your hand and just drop it. You will find that it falls down uniformly. Now, another example children, rotation of your earth, revolution of your earth, rotation of moon around our earth. These are example of uniform acceleration. Right? Non-uniform, you can take any other example. Right? The motion of a bicycle going down to the slope of the road when the rider is not pedaling and the wind resistance is almost negligible. It is an example of uniform accelerated motion, while when you are moving in a crowded city full of traffic, it is an example of non-uniform acceleration. Children, uniform and non-uniform acceleration, they can be represented in this way with the help of a graph. When we get a rectilinear line, it represents a uniform acceleration. If we get any curve in the line, that represents non-uniform acceleration. Children, I hope I was able to explain you these two. I took only one topic, children, today, acceleration. I hope you have understood the concept acceleration. Children, please write down all the notes in your notebook and try to learn them and ask me any doubt you have or give me your any feedback, anything that you suggest me. I will try to implement in my lessons. Thank you children. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed my lesson for today.